All right, so it's up. Word. Kimbly, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Awesome, awesome. I can. Okay, so everything's working. Turn my video on. Start the recording. I got my whole little checklist going. I think it's all good. Oh, I thought it was all good. Record. Oh, you got to give me permission to record. Awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, so what's going on, family? Family and friends, everybody watching. Tonight, I got a special guest on the call. Her name is Kimbly Alexander. Excuse me, out of Atlanta, Georgia. And we're gonna be, actually, I wanted to get her insight and personal testimonial from her about her experience in this industry and what's going on with the rapid growth and expansion and the massive income opportunity in the solar industry, right? She's a serial entrepreneur, multiple business owner, been an entrepreneur for over 20 years in the network marketing industry, own her own personal businesses. I think you said right now you're in the healthcare business, right?
Yes.
A dump truck as well, so, she gonna get to it, if there's a way. But, it was interesting for me to see that even though her being a successful entrepreneur, and not to mention a mother as well, that, I was like, what did she see here with this solar thing that's like got her so excited and raring to go take advantage of what's going on. So I want to give you, Kimbly, a few minutes to take some time to share your experience and what's going on and why and what made you make the decision to take the step forward. Because I know so often things sound too good to be true, and until you hear it from a normal person, or sometimes even until you hear it from somebody outside of your sphere of influence, it don't click. So I'm hoping that, by you sharing this information, more people will see the opportunity for themselves that's present in this industry. So I want to thank you for your time, and, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you. I appreciate you doing this and having me on with you. So one of the things that, well, first, it's about relationships for me. Justin Owens is someone that I've been knowing for 18 years, and I know how successful he is, how successful he has been. And not only his success, I know where he started from. So knowing where he started from to where he is now, anything Justin put his hands on or he gets involved with, 99% of the time is going to be successful. It's just a matter of being consistent with it and following the program and just doing the work. So when Justin told me that he had something that was new, that a lot of people didn't know a whole lot about, but it's something that has been around for a while, it piqued my interest right away. So I got on the call, I saw what it was, and it clicked. It made sense. Like, solar just makes sense. You already paying an electric bill. You're going to pay an electric bill for the entirety of your life. If you live in a house, if you want some lights on, you're going to pay an electric bill. So saving money, being able to get the advantages that comes along with going solar gives you, it just made sense to me. So that was the main reason why I wanted to get started when it came down to doing solar. I was like, ding, 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 this is no brainer. It makes sense. It just makes sense.
No, I feel you, and really, I got kind of like a similar story because I have a home services business, so I work with homeowners. And I was in the neighborhood like a couple days before I was presenting the information, which also was kind of by accident. But I was driving by a new neighborhood, and I looked over, and I'm thinking it was a. At first, I thought it was an apartment complex because the roofs were so big, and then I realized they were single family homes, and it was just for like as
Oh,
far as the eye could see, and I ain't see one set of solar panels, and I'm like, damn, like. And a friend of mine just started their own company, and I didn't want to go door to door, nothing like that. So that's why I wasn't like on what they were on. But I thought to myself, I sent her a message. I'm like, yo, you need to go check out this neighborhood. And then maybe like a couple days later, I got the information about what Harbor had going on, and I was like, well, I know where I'm going. So you know what I mean? It's real dope to be in a position like that. But so you went over a little bit.
and on top of, I'm sorry, real quick,
Go
not
ahead.
to interrupt you, but mentioning Harbor, that was another thing. The leadership in Harbor, meeting the owner of Harbor, some of the solar pros in Harbor, like just the team that Harbor has, that even made my conviction even more so, because it's like, again, having a company that has A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, that's extremely important to me. And especially with something like this, you want credibility, you want accountability, and you want to partner with people that care about their customers.
Recording in progress.
It's okay. I got the rest of it. I'm on Facebook too.
You want people that you can partner with that's gonna be credible. You know what I'm saying? So that was very important to me. Going along with Harbor, like it just made sense.
Right, right. So how long have you been in the solar industry? Had you had any experience prior to this?
No, I've heard about solar before, and it was like kind of one of those things where you see these big things on people's houses, and it was misinformation. Because when I started learning, going through the courses and everything, it was like, oh, this is totally different from what I thought it was. So, but no, when Justin presented me with the opportunity, that was like back in October, pre-launch. So, yeah, October. September, really, I want to say he started talking to me about it. So, yeah, but
Yeah, I
during the
know. I
pre-launch
know it had to be a
phase of
few
it,
people on before I got on, but when I signed up, it was like October the 4th, and that was definitely like a week and a half, 2 weeks after I had initially heard about it, because we couldn't sign up at first. I remember.
Yep, exactly. So I heard
Okay.
about it before that when we couldn't sign up, and then when we could, that's when I did it. But yeah, so that was my first. This is my first. So what? 2 months now, going on 3 months. So like my first introduction to solar, and I'm learning so much, which is a great thing because it's such valuable information that people need to know. Like when people don't have the correct information, they cannot make informed decisions. But when you have the correct information, it helps people to make more and better informed decisions when it comes down to getting solar on their home. They have so many misconceptions about solar. So that's one of the things I love about this company and this opportunity is being able to help people and to teach people things that they didn't even know to begin with. They just had a totally different misconception when it came down to it. Especially older people. One of my first appointments was with my mother, and the misconception that she had was, oh no, I thought you had to have, if the sun don't shine, you don't have lights in your house. Like you don't have any type of power
Right,
or
right.
whatever.
Yeah,
I'm like,
on
no,
cloudy
mommy,
and rainy
this is
days, we just out of luck,
yes, on
huh?
cloudy and rainy days, like
Right.
you're just in the dark. But a lot of people think that though, because they
It's
think
true.
that it literally has to be the sun that's on their house 24/7 in order for them to have lights, and if it's not, they're not going to have lights. So,
Right. Yeah, that's crazy, and that's the opportunity that presents itself in the marketplace right now. Because essentially, I mean, from what I've seen, just in my couple months, a little over a couple months of experience, We getting paid just to educate people on an alternative to owning one of their most necessary resources, right?
Yes.
And so when people actually take the time to sit down and listen to, go through the proposal, ask their questions, they quickly get an understanding of, and it's not even an understanding because everybody knows you don't get out of paying your electric bill. You know, your
Right.
grandparents paying a bill, your parents paying a bill. You're going to pay a bill until you die, and even after that, in a lot of cases, right?
Mhm.
But that's what people think to be true. And then by us showing them what's actually the case, what's going on because of the, climate of the economy right now, and backed by government approval and tax incentives and stuff like that, people are starting to see pretty quickly that it's the move for real. Like, so that's cool. So from your experience, right? Like I've been hearing like, it's really easy. It's really simple. They make everything so seamless and stress free. What do you think about that? Is it as easy as people are saying it is?
It really truly is. So, being a solar apprentice, going through the course, it's all about listening, comprehending, reading the information. Once you do that, once you set up your appointment, you literally are introducing the person that's doing an appointment. You have a solo pro that is someone that's a professional that has been in the industry, know all the answers, because I'm still learning. So I literally introduce them to the person and that's another thing. We're only doing an assessment for you to see if you qualify for solar. And if you do qualify for it, if it's something that you want to move forward with, it's no, oh, you gotta get this. There's no like hard selling or anything because if people hear the assessment, they see where they can save money and get a solar system, as well as where they can get the benefits of what getting the solar system means. If they want to do it, they do it. There's like no hard pressure. So yes, it is. When I say simple and easy, it is simple and easy. It's literally being on a call, talking, taking notes, and listening.
So you don't have
And
to
then you
do the
make,
explaining? Like you don't have to answer none of the questions?
nope, the Solar Pro does everything. He does literally, I edify him, letting the person who I'm on, the person that is the potential client, or I should say the person that we're doing the assessment for. I introduce them to the Solar Pro. I introduce the Solar Pro to the person that we're doing the assessment for. I literally sit back, have my pen and my paper, and I'm taking notes, listening to everything they're saying. I do not interrupt because I'm not a professional. I don't know. So I'm learning. So it is that simple. And literally, I do nothing, and I made like $2,000
Oh,
for my first day.
hold on. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. If it's all right with you, we gonna talk about the money because
Okay.
I know that's what everybody want to hear about. But I don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
I got you. I got you.
So it is easy. You've been doing it for a couple months. I might have missed it, and I don't think we were recording at the time. I think the first question I asked you is, what did you do before this, and what made you make the move? And I know you were talking about relationships. I was trying to find a charger in my computer, but can you just
Okay.
recap that a little bit? Like, what made you make the move into the solar space?
Yeah, so what I was saying is like I've been an entrepreneur, a serious entrepreneur for a while. I do home health care. I work with elderly patients that have Alzheimer's and dementia mainly, but elderly people. I have a dump truck that operates out of Baltimore. I have some joint ventures with some other people that I'm working on right now. And Justin Owens, who's like a little brother to me, I've been knowing for 18 years, like he presented the opportunity to me. And like I was saying before, Justin is a person who I know where Justin came from to where Justin is. Justin is such a smart, humble, intelligent person. and he truly cares about people, and just that relationship alone with him. If Justin said, Kimbly, I want you to look at something, I'm going to look at it just off of the respect and the trust that I have from him.
Just
So when I took a look at it, it was like, oh, yes. I was like, J.O. J.O. Like, because me and Justin have been network marketing companies together. And when I was like, J.O., this is like by far, like, woo! I was like, this is a no-brainer. This is a game changer.
Yes, it is.
Like a game changer. I'm telling you, you've never done business before. If you've never done sales before, like if you just, the community that we're involved in, if you just get in the community, if you get on the call, if you pay attention, you just think about this. I'm going to say it like this. Just think about doing a little bit of work and having massive success. And you can make it fun. That's the thing about it. It's like it's no pressure. It's fun. It's like having simple conversations, helping people save money. So when I saw the opportunity, I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. This is a no-brainer. I don't care what else I got going on, because I got other things going on. But I'm like, $3,000 to $7,000 each sale, please.
So look, so I know we said we're gonna talk. Oh, hold on. Go ahead, finish this.
No, I'm just saying. I'm like, listen, it's a no-brainer. Period. That was it. It's a no-brainer.
So one thing I like too is that, I've been on a lot of the calls, from the very beginning when they started expressing the income opportunity, right? And they always tell you it's $3,500 to $7,000 average commission per install. But just like yesterday, about 24 hours ago, I did a proposal for a friend of the family, and the commission on that proposal was like 10 grand, like 9,800, right? They got like a $22,000 tax credit, like $25,000.
They got a big house, honey.
Well, actually, it's not. Well, yeah, the house is big too, but it's also the position of the house and how the sun hits the roof. Like panels can go across the whole roof, right? So $25,000 to $30,000 tax credit. And then what was the other thing? Like the system is overproducing at like 115% of their need, right? But for like a 30-minute conversation, 45-minute it was actually more like 45 minutes because they had a lot of questions. They're real estate investors, so they were looking at, different aspects of what's going on. But
for sure,
I didn't have to say nothing. I introduced Cullen, and it was just hands off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow. So I really like the fact that when they express the numbers, it's in conservative terms, right? But when people get active in what's going on, I mean, actually, and I did it. The first testimonial I did was with Cullen, as a matter of fact. And he's out there in, I don't know if it's Atlanta or South Carolina, Southeast, right?
He's in Atlanta, I want to say.
Right. So
one of his Dallas or something.
Right. One of his deals, Dallas, Georgia. Right. That's what he said. One of his deals was like 13 grand was the commission, and it was here in Texas.
Wow.
Because
everything they do is bigger in Texas, so them kilowatts that they using.
Yep, and that automatically brought me back to driving past that neighborhood, like with the big roofs. Like, if you could put, pretty much Texas ain't tripping. You could put as many panels on the roof as the homeowner wants. You know what I'm saying? Within reason. But like with the way the billing programs, the net billing and net metering programs work here in Texas, they're extremely beneficial to homeowners, right? So just seeing it in action and being able to sit through it and like, oh wow. And that was one proposal. I did another one at like 7:30 this morning because dude had to go to work. That one only took about 30 minutes because he didn't really want to ask no questions, but he called me to get the information, so he was already interested. And that commission was like just south of 5 grand, so like 4,600.
Okay, man, $75.
You know how Justin does the, yeah.
Right.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But nah, but look, everybody gonna be asking to borrow
Let
money.
me sit bougie. Let me sit bougie.
Right.
Let me practice
Yes.
being bougie.
Yes. How do you sit? How you gonna sit? Right. But you know, that's a conversation we're gonna have to have with people real soon. But to be able to put people in a position to not have to have that conversation no more is really something I appreciate about this opportunity, because it's like I've known about solar. I just didn't want to go door to door. I've had success in network marketing and in my own business ventures. But even still, I was still looking for something new. And personally, I've realized, like, recently, it's really just dawned on me that I like recruiting and building a team. I enjoy that, right?
And I don't.
Right. And that's the thing here. It don't matter, because whether that's what you want to do or not, you can have massive success by yourself. Just having a simple conversation with people. Hey, is your bill, what's your bill look like? And everybody's saying too high. Right now, that's the default response. Too high. I got some candles I've been waiting to burn. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we just having normal conversation with people and getting paid to educate people on an alternative they have to take real control over their finances and their lives. So that's dope.
And I ain't even being funny, and this may sound a little mean, but it's like, woo, I cannot wait until this December bill come out in January, because, honey, when I say, people will be like, hey, it's all about it. I see him Christmas lights and everything. That's going to be like, excuse me, I need you to do an assessment for me to see if I qualify for something.
Right, straight up. And that's really why I'm going hard right now too. You know, especially you've been in business. You know, the end of the year is the time where you set the pace for the upcoming year. But like, and to also know, you know, owning and operating home-based businesses, the tax breaks for business owners, even if you're not, like, even as just a homeowner without an LLC, right? Just those tax breaks for starting a business and doing certain things for home ownership, you will see those real soon, a lot sooner, if you take advantage of what's being presented now. You know what I'm saying? Because it goes year by year. So, you know, a lot of people are really looking at, okay, well, this is my tax break. I'm going to get this. And they can put it back in the system. Or, you know, if you know real estate investors or people that are looking to start their own business, you know, if they've got the right plan, and that's really up to them to decide, but they can take that money and put it into and invest it in themselves.
You know what's so crazy? So I was looking at when we was doing some assessment, and it was showing the different tax credits, like what people could look forward to for the tax credit. So just being transparent, I don't know if I should say this, but just being transparent, after they doing the assessment on your house to see if you qualify for solar, and once you qualify and everything, they tell you how much you're going to be paying per month for it. But they show you what your tax credit is also. So if you use the tax credit towards the solar, that pretty much for all the assessments that I've done so far, it almost cuts the solar system price in half. Like if they use the tax credit towards it.
Yep.
But if they not to use it towards the solar system, their payment go up maybe $30. I've seen, like, that's the most I think I've seen, like $30. Like, if my sister don't use her tax credit towards her solar system, her payment will be like $150 a month. But if her payment will be $150 a month. But if she doesn't use the tax credit towards her solar system, it'll be like $180 a month.
Right.
But she paying like $300 a month for her electric bill.
Right. And so, oh, go ahead, my bad.
I was gonna say, so you still in a win-win situation, because you're still paying less than what your electric bill was anyway. You getting technically $10,000-$11,000, and just think about, I'm an investor, so honey, investing that money and making that money grow.
That's it. Because and that's what I was gonna say. So in a proposal last night, I was there. It was husband and wife team, real estate investors, and I believe their bill would have been like $220, going solar. And right now it's at like 300, 350 normally, right? So their bill would have been 220 going solar, with a $22,000 tax credit if they put the tax credit back into the system to whatever. Now, because we have larger roofs out here, we can do bigger systems. The price of the system was a little bit higher, right? So they said that if they use the money instead of putting it back into their system, that their bill would go up by like $80, right? And granted, that's a little higher. I mean, that's a bill, that's a little higher than $30, right? That's, we talking about a little bit more money, but in the sense of dealing with investors or entrepreneurial minded or enterprising individuals that know, well, if I get 10 to 20 grand, I should definitely be able to figure out how to make that 10 to 20 grand make more than $100 to $200 a month for me. Right? And
that's like getting funding. Like $20,000 is like getting funding. Like,
and all the while adding equity to a home that you already own, and you know what I mean, like but wait, there's more, and so that's the kind of conversation we have with people, fam. And I'm like, the more, like, really honest, since October when I first got started, I'm focused on building a massive team, right? I set my numbers at showing 500 people how to do 2 installs a month to make 10 grand a month, which is cool for them. That's $120,000. Most people is not making that and would love to be making $120,000 part-time, right? Because that's really part-time income in solar. If you get that full-time solar reps are doing 1 to 2 installs a week, right? So we talking about 10 to 20,000 a week, as opposed to 10 to 20,000 a month. But you get to make the decision for you as to, how far and how big you want to go. But math wise, when I realized like 500 people, I showed them how to make 10 grand. That's 100 to 500 grand for me.
And it's so crazy because I'm looking forward. So you were saying how you didn't want to go door to door, and that's okay because I'm looking forward to going door to door because I don't meet a stranger, first of all. And it's like,
you seem like that type of person. That's funny.
Just meeting new people and everything. I'm like, oh yeah, I can go door to door. There's no problem with that. But what's so crazy is that I have such a large
10 minutes.
I have such a large warm market. It's like I'm still like trying to make it, like I'm making phone calls. I have people, I got like 10 people got to get back to me. Like, and that ain't even me making even a phone call because again, I'm running other things. So it's like I take like an hour out of the day. Like I didn't get home tonight until like 8 o'clock. So I talked to one person. They supposed to be sending me their bill, and it's just like, setting up their appointment. But I have such a large warm market. I'm talking about friends that I know have for like 30-something years. And I know people. I know people in San Francisco. I know people in Dallas. I know people in North Carolina. I know people in South Carolina. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know people in Baltimore, like Maryland area. Like, I know people in Chicago. Like, I know people like everywhere. So it's just like, Kimbly, I overwhelm myself honestly because I'm like, okay, I need to call this person. It's like every time I think of somebody, I have a list. I'm jotting them down on my list. You know what I'm saying? To be like, oh, I got to call them and tell them about solar. On top of, not to mention, my sister's giving me names. My other sister giving me names. So it's like, listen, the opportunity here is endless if you know how to work the opportunity.
Man, Kimbly, your mom or grandma ever told you anything like, if your palms start itching, that means there's money coming your way? You ever heard that before?
Listen, my palm been itching, Larry. It's been itching.
You said something, I forgot what you said, but about like 5-6 minutes ago, you was talking, and I just got that little twitch, you know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, man, like I said, I wanted y'all to hear from somebody else that's new to the industry, and having a level of success that even other successful people would be envious of, right? Like, we're working part time from home, talking to friends and family, low pressure, no pressure sales, right? We're not even asking for no money. We don't need a debit card, credit card, none of that. There's no sale here because it's simply an IQ test
Yep.
that's derived from a free energy savings plan and an evaluation. We're going to give you some information, show you what you're doing and what you look forward to if you continue in that direction, and what you could be doing and how that looks for your life if you take this option. And we allow you to choose what's the best option for you and your family.
And on top of, like, if you want to become a solar consultant, that's like, I've never been involved in a business where I only had to pay $99.
You wasn't supposed to tell them that yet.
Oh.
Go ahead.
And it's $47 a month, but I mean, child, I spend $47. I spend $47 a month going to Starbucks that I don't need. So I'm like, let me cut out this Starbucks. But you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, if it's a will, it's a way. That's what I'm saying. But I ain't never been involved with a company where you don't have to pay no money and you make $1,000 per referral if the people get the system. You cannot beat that with a broomstick. Like, $1,000 referral is unheard of.
I'm so glad you said that because I completely forgot about that part.
Yeah, like, you tell people, listen, I tell my sisters, because sometimes people don't want to go through the process. I'm like, give me some names and numbers. If they buy the system, I'll give you $1,000. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because you getting the money, it was going to go to them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, get the money and let them, and then, again, going from being an ambassador for free, and then just paying you can take that $1,000, that first $1,000 that you get, you can pay $99,
mm-hmm.
the one-time fee, mind you, of $99, and then that $47, you can take that $1,000 pretty much and pay for the whole year.
Chill. That's like a couple years, ain't it? $50 a month. Yeah, almost a year and a half.
Yeah. So, and that's just on your first commission.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your first referral. So just imagine if you did 3 referrals a month, 4 referrals a month, and they bought the system.
And at 3, the first month, will get you $10,000, right?
And all you're doing is giving the name, the phone number, and the information about the person. That's it. You ain't doing nothing else. You ain't even getting on the call.
Mm-hmm.
And you get $1,000 if they buy the system.
That's it.
Y'all, when I say this is a no-brainer, it's a no-brainer.
A scarecrow could do it.
A scarecrow could do it. Stevie Wonder could do this, y'all.
For real.
Ain't being funny.
For real. So if you don't see it, we don't know what your problem is. And one other thing I wanted to say is I don't have a problem building a team. But I do definitely love the fact that, like, because one thing I noticed, for those of y'all that are team builders, whenever you, I guess, introduce a consultant or ambassador, right, you're going to get a split in the commission, whether you were involved in their sale or not, right? Whether it's just the rev share of, them doing it, them getting the install and you get $500 to $800, or whether it's the split of you and an ambassador and they're not a consultant, so they're only getting paid $1,000 and then you get the other half of the training sale, or whatever, however it works out. You know what I'm saying? That's the other benefit to being a consultant and building a team, right? But it's people here that's just by themselves, not building a team, not going door to door, not paying thousands of dollars for Facebook marketing and direct mail marketing. It's people here that are making a full-time income, working part-time from their home, from their cell phone, from wherever they want to be in the world, having simple conversation with friends and families. Hey, can I help you lower your electric bill? So we want to invite you to, check out the information for yourself. Because that's part of the issue. People are or misinformed, right? And I know you've heard the old adage, our people will perish for a lack of knowledge. So the best thing that you can do is come get the knowledge for yourself. And
get
that
the
way,
knowledge for yourself.
Right.
If you're not worth 30 minutes just to hear the accurate information so you can make an informed decision, I can't say you really want to change your life. I can't say you really care about, being able to have a lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. Because if you're one of those people that feel like, oh, I work and I just feel like I can't make ends meet and so on and so forth, I'm telling you, take 30 minutes out your day. Come look at this presentation so that you can make an informed decision. And I promise you, it will change your life.
Yes. And we are here to help. You know what I'm saying? We're here to help everybody remove
Definitely.
obstacles. Here you're going to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. There's no big eyes or little U's because we can't win big without each other. So
Exactly.
with that being said, fam, we still got calls to make. This was kind of like we had to fit this in our schedule. I wanted to get Kimbly on here to share her insight. But make your next move your best move. Get back to whoever shared this information with you because they love, respect, and appreciate you, right? They seen the opportunity here and wanted to share it with you. So whatever, however you feel about it, right? At least if you're not going to take advantage for yourself, if you already doing well, keep them in mind when you hear other friends talking about their high energy bills. But if you know anybody else who's looking for a way to diversify their income or looking for a career alternative, send them our way. You'll get a referral fee or something like that. If you don't want it, it's cool. We'll keep it. But, we're just looking to help as many people as possible. And if we can't help you, hopefully you can point us in the right direction.
To help somebody. Because somebody out there need our help. Trust me when I tell you.
Mm-hmm. We out here to do some work.
$800 electric bills, and that ain't life. So,
not at
most
all.
Definitely.
Not at all. Well, we'll see y'all on another call,
I really
fam.
appreciate this.
Yeah, and I appreciate you too. We'll see you real soon.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
All right, y'all have a good night. Stop recording.
Recording stopped.
Yes, perfect.
That's awesome.